Don't you know each individual kid that you have with another person is a reflection of a failed relationship?
The following film is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, graphic violence, nudity, and strong sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, tonight's episode is about baby mama drama. Let's get into it and let's talk about it. First and foremost, let me just say this, right? Ladies, this video is directly towards you. I don't care if you get mad, I don't care if you get offended, but this is directly towards you. So let me say this, right? It became a point where your baby daddy, you actually cared about him, you actually loved him, you actually was in a relationship. So now because he's a no good daddy and stuff like that, I want to just ask the question, what does that say about you? Because at the beginning where you both laid down and had this fucking kid. So my thing is this, why the fuck can't you co-parent? What is so hard about co-parenting? What is so hard about co-parenting together, communicating with each other, and actually getting shit done with each other? You don't have to like the man, y'all relationship was over, what's the problem? So now you guys break up, nigga becomes the baby daddy, whatever the case may be, and if you do not get your way, you upset, you use the kid as a pawn. But you don't understand that the kid is really the person that's gonna be affected by this shit. Do you think it's okay just because you're a woman and just because you have the part to be a mother doesn't make you a mother? Understand that, because a mother, a real mother, would not willingly take their son, daughter away from the other parent. Because don't you understand, it takes two parents, a two-person household to raise a kid. And if you don't think that or you don't understand that, you are kindly mistaken. So what the fuck is going on? So now when you're mad and upset, you use the kid as a pawn to try to get back at the dad. So you're trying to pull the only power card that you have to get the attention or to try to prove a point to the other parent. But you don't understand that the child is being affected. You don't get that shit. So let's go back to it. Why is that? Do you still care? Do you still want to be with the baby daddy? Is that the reason why? Because from my understanding, hate, envy, jealous, bitterness, that means it's emotional caring. You still care about the individual. So this is why you do what you do, because really two people that's really done with each other and that's really want to co-parenting, their feelings towards each other is indifference. The feelings towards each other is really an indifference. Like, you can have a kid on this day, I can have a kid on this day. It's cool. I don't really care. Even if I get mad or something like that, I'm not spreading my energy. I'm not giving you my energy because I'm mad. If you get mad and you still care to a certain degree, being mad, caring, hating a person, hate is just like love. It's a strong ass emotion. So now you got to use the kid as a pawn to try to pull your power card because you have so much shit that's helping you. Daddy, government, child support. Just because you're a mother, just because you have the parts to be a mother and the child pretty much falls on you, you think you have the power to be able to control that kid's life. You really don't. Because at one point, y'all respected each other. So what happened? Don't lay down with a person if at the end of the day, you're going to dislike them or hate them. What does that say about you? You need to check yourself. A lot of ladies, check yourself about this shit. Check yourself. You hating and you talking shit about your baby daddy and shit like that, but what does that say about you? What the fuck does that say about you? You used to like this man. You was fucking this nigga on the daily. So what happened? Because y'all broke up, so now you mad. Now you broke up because it's another failed relationship. So this is what it is. You have kids and you get into another relationship, right? And then you have another kid in another relationship. Don't you know each individual kid that you have with another person is a reflection of a failed relationship? So that makes you bitter. Let me say that again. If you have a kid and you're in another relationship and then you have another kid by another guy, all those kids are the result of a failed relationship. And I know you don't want to hear that. I'm dropping that miggity tonight. Your kid is the result of a failed relationship. So therefore, you got to change your mindset. Even though that relationship didn't work out, because we all are human, you got to do better when it comes to that kid. Because at this point, it's not about you. It's not about the dad. It's about the kid. Because at the end of the day, the kid is the future. Look how you raising them. Then you wonder why they lost, or you wonder why they getting, why social media is raising them. You wonder why they're out of control. You wonder why they're not respecting you. You wonder why your kid is so crazy, because you're not doing your responsibility. Any mother that's trying to take the child away from the father when the father's really trying to be present in the kid's life, you're a fucking disgrace. You need to relinquish your fucking motherhood duties, because at this point, you are not doing your motherhood duties because you are trying to keep the kid without. Because of your feelings. Oh, I can do what I want kind of attitude. I do this and I do that. And I'm going to put them on child support. And I'm going to do all this and do all that. What if child support didn't exist? I bet you try to work it out, right? Or I bet you try to come with some kind of compromise, right? What if both parents have equal rights and it falls on both of them straight out of the gate from the laws? I bet you try to do right then, right? Women don't do right because they don't have to. Society has given them so much of free passes that they don't have to fucking do right. Because they got so much shit to protect them. So now they feel like they can go in society and show their motherfucking ass when it comes to the kids. That's why there's so many kids that's just misguided. You're not teaching the kid nothing. All you teaching the kid is to be bitter, feeling uncomfortable as fuck. The kid feeling uncomfortable as fuck, don't know what to tell mom and don't know what to tell dad because mom said this and the dad said that. All you doing is teaching the kid how to be dramified just like you. When they're very young, when kids are very young, maybe the age of 5, right? From 1 to 5, they already develop who they gonna be. So whatever they have seen and whatever you have done when they develop from 1 to 5, you already built the character of that person. So if you was on that fuck shit from 1 to 5 and the baby was always under stress, I feel because the kid didn't know how it feels when they went to the dad or went to the mom and the dad talking shit and the mom talking shit about the mom, it's crazy. It's just toxic as fuck. This has been a problem in our generation, especially the black hood. Especially the black generation, it has been a problem because what we're doing is we're raising toxicity to our kids. We're giving them the blueprint. But I'm still gonna go back to this point. At one point in time, you guys actually respected each other. So after y'all can't be grown enough, y'all can't be grown. And I'm not talking about the niggas that's just what they is. That's gonna be on another video, but I'm talking about the man that actually wanna be a part of the child's life. So let's not do that. So let's not be bitter. Let's not be angry. Because where does the bitterness stem from? Because you don't have nothing in place to hold you fucking accountable. You thinking you bulletproof. You thinking you can't be touched. And that's where we need to change this shit. We definitely need to change this shit. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for a man, there wouldn't be no kid. You have the parts all day, but if it wasn't for the man's seed, there will be no kid. So understand, we have the fucking life force. So why would you want to keep a kid away from the father? Because you mad. You bitter, you toxic. Because you don't want to show, or you don't want the father to show masculinity so this whole toxic shit can stop. Y'all trash as fuck. Y'all thinking a man supposed to take care of you in your new relationship, care about his feelings and the other nigga feelings because the other nigga fucking you? That's crazy as fuck. The only responsibility when it comes to you and him is the kid. So what else is there? Why the other emotions? Why do we have these other emotions? Why do we have the anger? Why do we have the bitter? For what? Doesn't serve no purpose. Because at the end of the day, you're hurting an innocent bystander. You're hurting a child. Ladies, you gotta do better. Because what if everything was stripped away from you, where you didn't have no fucking child support, and you had to depend on that man? I bet you you'll clean up your fucking act. But until then, until we got all this bullshit over our head for the men, shit ain't gonna never change. But I tell you what, 2021 is a new year. And so much information is coming out, and I'm dropping so much miggity, I don't give a damn. Shit's gonna change, and it's already been changing. And y'all just don't like the fact. If you have all this anger, learn to grow up, learn to co-parent, because you don't have to be with the person. You don't. You can be who the fuck you want to be with. But learn to co-parent and do it well. Leave your fucking feelings out of it. Because at the end of the day, you are in a new relationship. You have a kid from the old relationship going into a new relationship. Understand, what you left your kid from your last relationship is a result of a failed relationship. Let that sink in, and that's on Buddha.